Hey guys, how's it going? Jebber Game and Jaws here. Wanted to talk about getting a Switch. I finally decided to buy a Switch when I was home for vacation. It was about a month ago. So I was there and I had planned to go to this store that generally has good prices and you get like buy five, get one off for free, like with the games. And on top of that, you can, if you've gone so many times and you've checked in, then you get 20% off of an entire purchase. So I went with the intention of buying a whole bunch of games, and what ended up happening is that I decided to buy a Switch, and so it was really funny because I had been in a couple times. I was looking at the games, kind of keeping a mental checklist of what I wanted without buying. Though I like to really plan things out if I'm making a huge purchase, and I don't know what it was exactly, but something just got in my head thinking about the Switch because they had a used Switch for $250, and then with 20% off, it would be down to $200. So it's $100 off the normal going rate when you buy it brand new. So I was thinking about this, and I was still really deliberating because there were a lot of games there that I did kind of want. But so I'm going to the store with my brother Noah and my brother-in-law Isaac, and my other brother-in-law Ryan is in the back seat. And it's so funny because Isaac and Noah, I start telling them how I'm going to get a Switch, and I start telling them all the things I like about it. And by the time we got there, they both decided that they wanted Switches. So we all walk in, and these motherfuckers buy the two Switches that are actually out there. So I'm sitting there like, oh my gosh, am I even going to be able to get a Switch? I was happy that they were going to get one. But yeah, I actually had to ask the employees. I was like, do you guys have any more Switches in the back? And they actually had one that they hadn't put together yet. It had just been sold, traded in that day, and they weren't able to get it out yet. So they were able to piece a unit together for me. And all three of us dropped $800 all together and walked out of there with 3 Switches and a bunch of games, and all three of us got 20% off the entire thing. So we were saving super a lot of money. So it was quite the escapade. It was a really fun experience. And especially because it was so spontaneous, it was not something that we had all planned at all. I had planned to get a Switch. I had no fucking clue that they were going to want to get Switches. So to buy 3 Switches at once, just kind of on a whim, was really fun. We all went home and we're all messing with the things, and none of us know exactly how to work it, we're all trying to figure out the Joy-Cons and how to plug it in, and the batteries are dead, so we're trying to charge it up, and we're all getting nervous, are these going to be okay? Are we going to have to take anything back? I opened up my Mario, because I bought Mario Odyssey was the game that I got, and both of them got Breath of the Wild, which I was super glad about. I steered them in the right direction. I've already played through the game twice, but I wish that I could play it again for the first time. So fucking good. I may someday even play it again on the Switch. I definitely want to own it for the Switch eventually, but playing it on the Wii U was great. Anyway, so I got Mario Odyssey, and I get home, and I realized that I had grabbed the game off of the stack right at the end, so I didn't even give the lady enough time to go find the actual cart and put it in there. And I was just so hyped up and trying to get everything together that I wasn't paying attention, so the cartridge wasn't in there. But I went back to the store, and they just, oh yeah, no problem, put it in. So I did get the cartridge eventually, but it was just a really fun time. The other really fun thing that we were doing there was playing Mario Kart on the projector, because my brother, it was such a fun gaming week. So I brought my Wii U, which I have 4 controllers for, and Mario Kart 8, of course. And my little brother found a fucking projector at a yard sale for $60. The thing had HDMI inputs and everything. It was awesome. It was great. We're playing on a whole fucking wall. Each screen was probably 60 inches, each individual screen, for all 4 players. So that was pretty dope. Yeah, tons and tons of fun was had there playing a bunch of Mario Kart. Other fun things that happened, my other cousin Jake was there, and he had his CRTs hooked up, and I really wish that we had gotten to spend some time with him. He has some PVMs and a really awesome VGA monitor for the Dreamcast, and there just wasn't enough time to get to play everything. I brought so many games with me that we never got to play. Oh, I did get to show my brother God of War. Him and I sat and played that for a couple hours, and that was like really, really fun. So I actually left my copy with him, so hopefully he's going to play that eventually. Anyways, just wanted to talk briefly, give an overview of some of what's been going on with me lately as far as gaming goes. Obviously, a lot of that was just like enraptured in this big family time. Since then, I've gotten home, and that's when I started playing Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which I got to give a plug for. I really, really am loving this game. If you like the other two games, got them right here. I've played through both of these and loved them. I was getting a little bit nervous because people were this was getting like mixed reviews, but if you like the other games, you're going to love this one. This is actually my favorite out of all three so far. I really like the environments a lot. It's a jungle environment. The second one was a lot of snow environments, and the first one I think was just a lot of... the first one, it's hard to remember. I think it was varied environments, but anyways, whatever. The Shadow of the Tomb Raider is so green and lush and beautiful and gorgeous, and a lot more focus on exploration and tombs and puzzle solving, which I love. And the fighting is cut in half, basically, from what it was before. I'm totally down with that. It's a really, really good game, so totally recommend doing that. In other news, I played through Shenmue 1 and 2 on the PS4. That was awesome. After playing through and getting the platinum trophies for both of those games, I actually bought, as you can see on my shelf here, the PAL version of Shenmue 2 for the Dreamcast. That's something that I owned way back in the day. I bought it at Babbage's at the time, GameStop now. They had imported like a couple copies, and I got one of them, just randomly saw it. So it was really cool to be able to get that again. The price of that has come down a little bit with the way that the remasters, or whatever you want to call them, have come out on the PS4 and the Xbox One, so that's really nice. I got that for $100 by it now. I saw some other ones going for slightly higher, but it used to go for close to 200. So I don't know if this like little dip is just a quick thing or if it's going to go back up again real quick. But regardless, I'm so happy to have it. And that copy is like so much better condition than I even realized when I was buying it. So I'm thrilled. Another super, super fun thing that's happened lately is 2 days ago, my friend Nick Scott, who is one of my friends from childhood, way, way back. He's a trucker now, and he was passing through Pennsylvania. And for months now, we've been talking about modding my NES and SNES Classic. So he actually got to stop in here, and we spent the whole day hanging out together, and he modded up my systems. I have 600 games now on my NES, and the SNES is full up with tons and tons of games. Lots of Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color, all that stuff. That's some of what I'm the most excited about because I want to play those games on the big screen. And I think what I'm probably the most excited about is the Zelda games and the Metroid games from the Game Boy and playing those on my NES Classic. That's going to be so dope. So dope. And the other night I was just fucking around with it and I was just getting to like try a bunch of games. I'd just be like, oh, this looks cool. Let me try this. Jackal on the NES. Nick showed me Jackal, and I played it for a little bit. That's a really, really fun game. If you've never played Jackal on the NES, and you're looking for a good NES game, there you go. Play Jackal. It's sweet. It's really fun. It's like a tank shooter, and it's a blast. Alright, guys. Just wanted to give a brief overview of what's going on with me in my gamingness. Peace out. Hope you're having a good one.